So we thought the legislature could sine die today, but clearly that is not the case with all the new legislation being introduced. But they are moving quickly. We covered 11 other pieces of legislation this week, 6 in the Senate, including special sessions, voting security, don't tread on me license plates, and paid signature gatherers. And we also covered 6 pieces of legislation in the House, including the Idaho Transportation Department budget that failed, parental choice tax credit for schools, and illegal immigration. And we are going to take a look now at where some of that main legislation sits here at the end of the week. On Monday, we talked about 5 pieces of legislation, including House Bill 743, which is the latest attempt at the parental choice tax credit. It puts state money into the hands of Idaho families to help them pay for private homeschool, religious, and other forms of school. The bill creates a refundable tax credit of up to $5,000 and a grant of up to $5,000 for lower income families.
It's an issue that needs resolved. I think this gives us a starting point when we come back next year.
I would say it has been resolved.
House Bill 743 is likely stuck in committee this session, but it does set the stage for next year. Also on Monday, we talked more about House Bill 710, which is the latest bill trying to ban harmful materials in libraries. The bill requires both public and school libraries to have a form available allowing people to request a book be moved to an older section if they think the book contains content that they consider obscene. Back on Monday, the Senate State Affairs Committee voted to send the bill to the Senate floor for amendments. And the amendment says that libraries would have 60 days instead of 30 days to relocate a book after they receive the written notice before the concerned party could file a lawsuit. Yesterday, Thursday, those amendments passed. Now the amended House Bill 710 is set to be heard over in the Senate.
This is to protect property owners throughout the state, not just in Boise.
Working people in this city aren't going to be protected anymore.
On Wednesday, Boise Mayor Lauren McLean gave us her thoughts on House Bill 545. The part of the bill she is frustrated with is where it says that property owners don't have to accept federal housing assistance programs or third-party rental assistance. That directly impacts Boise's Section 8 vouchers, which says that landlords can't deny rental applications based on source of income.
Affordability is the most important issue to Idahoans and Boiseans. The legislature, rather than doing the people's work, are targeting people and playing politics on the back of people.
Senate Bill 545 was delivered to the governor's desk Thursday. We'll see if and when he signs it into law. A bill we've talked a lot about this session is officially law. A House Bill 668. It bans public funds for gender-affirming surgeries or medical treatments, things like hormone therapy or puberty blockers. It also states that Idaho Medicaid can't reimburse or provide coverage for that type of gender transition care. The governor signed the bill into law on Wednesday. It'll go into effect on July 1st later this year. On Thursday, we talked about Senate Bill 1450. The bill tries to restructure the University of Idaho's acquisition of the University of Phoenix through a separate non-for-profit entity called 4-3 Education. The Idaho Attorney General's office isn't convinced that's legal, and neither is the Senate because Senate Bill 1450 failed on the Senate floor. The future of the sale appears to be unclear, with no legislative remedy in sight right now. House Bill 1445 also failed the Senate Thursday. The bill would have set aside nearly $1.1 million for summer EBT meal programs, a federal program that stemmed from the pandemic. The program would have fed over 100,000 hungry Idaho kids, and Idaho actually already opted out of the summer EBT for this summer. Some senators called it another welfare program, but Don Pierce with Hunger Free America says 107,000 children is not a massive welfare program.
I went to bed and cried because I didn't know how I was supposed to feed my son. And I'm so sorry for them that they're going to continue to go to bed and cry instead of our legislature doing the right thing.
The appropriations bill was ultimately passed out of JFAC without the summer lunch program funding. Also Thursday was the introduction of House Bill 753 on immigration. The bill makes it a misdemeanor upon a first conviction and a felony for subsequent offenses for an undocumented immigrant to enter or attempt to enter Idaho from a foreign nation anywhere other than the lawful port of entry. House Bill 753 passed out of committee yesterday and was already on the House floor today.
There's a population, a fairly significant population, that does that work. And where we need to land with that is some kind of a work visa system.
As a farmer, I do not appreciate the implication that we are hiring illegal labor.
House Bill 753 passed the House and is now headed to a Senate committee. We'll keep an eye on it. But for now, that's a legislative wrap.